All right. Good morning, everyone. It's a Friday, a little after 11 o'clock. Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. Head trader at TradeView Markets. We're going to go right into TradeGATEHub. We're going to get right down to it. Bottom line is, for those that missed the routine, the only routine you should really know to do is how to get in here. Look at GE. Wow. Okay. What an active day. I don't know what to say. But what I'll say is this. Let me go to the main screen. Actually, I'm going to go through the routine. I got to stick to what I know. Okay. Bravo for everybody posting overnight. Gold was a beauty yesterday. I had that WPM get up to. I'm not in it, by the way. I'm chirping about it like I'm in the stock. I'm not. I don't know. Like I said yesterday, this is a day, even GE. You know what? Fuck this. GE. Where's the main screen? I'm going to talk out loud. GE following through, working, following through, building up that power earnings gap, they say. The VIX, I just actually peeled some off. I'm not going to lie. Right before I came on, went above the 50-day. Now it's resting on the 50-day, 48.30. I just took some off. I'm not going to lie. I should probably be adding to it. What I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do is this. I'm speaking out loud now. Is I'm going to go back to TradeGATEHub and I'm going to probably watch the coach's video at 9:30 that he did this AM by pressing the TradeGATEHub Red YouTube channel button. And he already has, it was 23 hours ago. Okay. That got a lot of views yesterday. Bravo. Okay. So I'll go do that. What about this? Let's go back to the plan. Because I want to know what coach thinks about the VIX, because he's, this is the spot. This is the spot. You know what? And with this SIVB news, which by the way, I'm in, and it's halted, giddy up. There's nothing like being in a bank halted over the weekend. I.e. Bear Stearns. Okay. Oh, everybody's posting a lot today. All right. My last post last night, everybody knows this is my sign on Good Morning, and this is what I put last night, and that was how many hours ago? 15 hours ago. This SIVB is a bigger issue than most think. I'm sorry. I know it's an international room. I'll get better on the spelling. I just do a lot, trust me, including trading and typing. I'll get better, though. It's no excuse. I will. But then I said, hold on there. And I said, I repeated that right at the close. So keep that in mind. This is where we came in today, short-term sentiment, fear and greed. There is places still to hide, even today, but the VIX doesn't necessarily say that the market's going to implode. It's sensing a lot of uncertainty, and especially coming into this weekend. I'm not trying to be the macro guy. I actually had a good feeling. Like yesterday's video, I said that I actually acted. Today I acted. Now what I'm going to do is, like, again, that'd be redundant watching coach video. I'm going to call around. I got guys. I have a bank guy. That's why I said last evening that this SIVB was a bigger issue than most thought. And if I really shorted it at 250, and today it's still no, actually it opened today. It's halted at I'm on this thing 50. Where is it halted? SIVB. It's halted. What, 36, 39? Wow. FRC now breaking high 84. My first buy of FRC today was 63. I bought 1,000 shares. So I'm looking at my P&L. About 5 minutes later, the stock gets halted again, and it's 58. I'm like, all right, no problem. I bought 200 more. I'm not going to lie. So I've got 1,200. So I turn around again, and like freaking something dropped, and I got some spec stocks, but nothing really dropped that much. So I got 1,200 shares from 61. Next print is 45. So I'm down like 32,000, something like that on that position. So then I put everything aside, and then I say, okay, now something's up. I said the gauge was JP Morgan. And that was the gauge of JP Morgan at 128, still at the high of the day. Here's the long-term chart. Still didn't break the 200 day, not too bad. I bought a little fast. I sold it early. Where did I buy fast? 62. I sold it 63, but this FRC. All right. Then I said enough is enough. So then I started buying more at 52. I started buying more at 54. I think I had 2,800 shares. My average price was like 59. Then I had to sell a little bit at the gap at 66, sold more at 77, bought a little bit more at 78, sold it at the current high at 82. So I had a good day on this one, not gonna lie. My average price was what, 60, and I think I sold at average at what, 80, 20 points. But I bought the other ones nicely. We're going to say next. Why did I actually go to this? First of all, I have scanners. And the one thing I really don't reveal is scanners. It's like my private thing. I don't want to sound effeminate or gay. If somebody wanted to cheat on me in high school, I hold up the paper. I'm the guy that gave people answers, but this one I don't do. But with that being said, I did give a hint. And this was it. As things were matriculating, after going through every today's data, including the payrolls, Goldman, Coach always posting, Ackman, SIVB, upgrades always downgrades. I need a haircut. Okay, if SIVB can rally to the 60s, then they could get deal in the 50s. So then he was being facetious, but he's saying to me it's still worth 50. All right. So my last post, don't say it didn't warn, it goes down again. Walmart still on $2 billion worth of stock. Let's get into the trading, okay? I did post right here that the UV ex-wife coach didn't say so was the biggest daily volume since the October down leg. Now, when October, we're no longer in, this is March. That's a hell of a frame of reference. It's 6 months. It's not like the beginning of the year. So with the fear and greed index is there, keep in mind. And then the short-term tactical trading sentiment was pinned low. You had to pick the right ones. I'm not really sure what they did right now because I'm trying not to look at my quotes and stay focused. But certainly the ones that stayed positive early on, and they could be debt count bounces, Sands. For example, Johnson & Johnson, CVS, Home Depot, WPM, another one. We'll see if NEM holds something like that. Excuse me. All right, there were the payrolls. They came in. And you know what? The futures they were down like 3 or 4 handles of SPYs, and they rallied to unchanged. And then I don't think the payrolls took as much as a forefront as this bank situation is going on with this SIVB and this hangover that I think more is going to come out over the weekend. It's a matter of how now. Listen, more is going to come out over the weekend of this SIVB and this bank hangover. I understand they bounced a little bit. Bravo. If we look at the long-term chart of FRC, when everybody that goes in on a cruise or something gets back from their holiday, bottom line, at the beginning of the week, it's 120. It's still at 80. So that's a big haircut for anybody. So, where's Disney? That bounce at all? Disney, is that the low of the freaking day? So what I mean? The Disney did bounce. It gave the dip that he do. How's the Amazon? Amazon will die today. What's going on now? They're positive. Newmont, WPM, Lunar, Maxon keep going. Look at this. I'm going off on tangents. Maxon still going, building a bear, bullish flag. Pardon me. Wolf had that this morning. Was the only one in the country that says, "Let me buy Wolfspeed today." Look at that's me. Wolfspeed was pounding it. 63, 63, sold it at probably 65. Should have bought it on the dip, but I never made a new low. Now it's at 65.60. It's what, 60 cents higher. I get it. Crowd going higher. AMD positive naturally. LBS. All the stocks that were hot yesterday was my Weight Watchers. GE still going. That's something to tell you right there. Johnny John. Gilead first day up in a while. That's bouncing. Meta was strong. Roku. Hold on a second. Roku. As we pointed in the room today, DocuSign. WPM, XBI, got FRC. There's my FRC trades. But Kramer, going back to FRC, Kramer said FRC is the new focus. He's a very good bank. Okay. Now, so are the rest of them. But I'm not an anti-Kramer guy, but aside from people that I spoke to, I'm not being a wise guy, that says, it's not, there's going to be a hangover, but it's not a Lehman type of Bear Stearns situation yet. So that was edification for me there. So I started in the FRC and I said, do it in pieces. Okay. Take a small shot, JD. We did trade JD. We took a shot and we told you. A lot of these things did the same thing. I sold it right there. Listen, I bought it well. JD, I was buying at 40.90. Sold the majority of 41. It's not a barn burner. I wasn't looking for a $30 move like FRC, but I sold it near the gap at today where it is. So I didn't give up much. Weight Watchers, I'm still in. Where are we? WW. Oh, did a little gapper up here too. The high was 1074. My average price in Weight Watchers is what? 515. There's my average in Weight Watchers, 515. So I'm not looking for even to get to the 200 day, which should have been my sell. It did have a nice move, and it should have acted better. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think this is going to turn into a yet. So what is my average price? Is the 4-minute on it? My average price is right there, 518. I would like it, hope to get to 580, which it did this morning. I have a lot of it though, but I don't like the fact it's making those moves up and coming back down. I don't like that, especially under a gap. Pardon me. More on the action. Okay. JP Morgan going positive. That was an indication. I did buy Square. It's lagging. I did buy it well. I sold it well. I mean, listen, I'm trading. Like I said, I bought it, then I sold it at the gap. I sold the majority of it 71.30. I didn't want to see the stock go back to 69.70. You know what I mean? I'm trading. I'll think about the position later, but moves like that with the VIX up like this, I'm taking money. By the way, it was good money. 69.70, sold at 71.40. That's not bad. I don't know. I'm not proud, All right, what else here? JP Morgan. What didn't I make money in? What didn't I trade well? FRC, coin ran 4, WP and Asan. Lewis was shorting it all day. Asan. I get it. Opened up at 1918. Yesterday was 24 and a half. Asan. But you know what? It didn't have to matter because Asan had volume, good price action, and range. As a day trader, you have to make note of this move. Coming back to the 200 day after a nice gap up on earnings. Beware. Where was the 200 day? Top left. 1877. What was the low today? All right. So you were a little early. Next. Got to be aware of this. This is part of the plan. Go see ya. Gaps wasn't bad. Gaps isn't that bad. It went positive, I think. There was a gap. So VFC. Ooh. All right. VFC. First buy today was 22.54. I said enough is enough at 22.16. And I averaged at 22.42. I sold a chunker at 22.70. Now it's not acting bad. I don't think it's going to turn around. And I don't want this to be the bottom. It pays a dividend too. I'm talking about dividends in the day trading stock. I'm in big trouble, but I'm going to sell a lot of it. What's my average price? Let's talk. My average price is here. Let me go to the 2 day around here. My average price is right around here. So VFC, whatever. Next. Not sexy, but I had to play defense on that stock. I was in it. It's like opening a store that's acting performally. I can't just neglect it. I got to at least save some inventory. So I traded the VFC and I'm next. That's because Gap, by the way, was also acting better. Okay, let's get all this FRC stuff. All right, we're going to move on. All right, JP Morgan is the gauge. Spot roadblocks have wanted. That was what? An hour ago. And that wasn't spot an hour ago. Roadblocks. And why? Same thing. Had the nice gap. It's been acting well. It's a decent trader. And that was the spot an hour ago. 10.05, 11.05. And then do it. Market right now pulling back a little bit. VIX, the high of the day is 52. It's in the range, has nice volume. Tesla positive. Fizzler positive. This BE. I sold it and I bought it. No good. Coal's not acting that good. GE. Lunar. OCEA. I sold it right before it came on the air. I've been trading it a lot, been churning it. Did trade it well yesterday, made almost 6 figures in it. AUPH, XVI, I told you that's still a SIVB hangover. FRC's at 84, JP Morgan at the Bank of America is positive. And I am fast and furious. I'm talking out loud to sell it to family. FRC, I could have been somebody. PDD, nothing. All right, let's go to range. Let's listen. As 11:16, this is all that matters now. Like I said, let's keep what's going on into the close in a macro view, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of overhang here. And a lot of Citibank's first day up. I'm not going to call Citibank. I'm not going to go long, it used to be. It's not anymore. Let's give an example about a Citibank, but I'm going to talk about first day up. Citibank, it came off the 200 day. It's right there. This is not a Citibank. JP Morgan, it's just not it for me. All this tells me is that with the VIX high, that's all the market is offering me a lot of good intraday opportunities. Why am I going to put myself in a lot of overnight risk and risk being down on 5, having to trade well to make back 4 of it when I can come in flat and make 3? That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. Should be the plan. Let's go back here. Bottom line. Let's go to stock scanner today and write down what stocks are acting well and everything. There's a lot of them. There's going to be a page on both with range. How about let's go to most active now. I don't like upline relative volume. Never fails. What's going up with time? JP Morgan, no surprise. Bank of America mentioned it. Zoom, interesting. Tesla, all right. Roku, you know what? That was acting well yesterday too. But Roku came off the 50-day. My charts might be a little small. Came off the 50-day. Whatever, you know what I mean? Can't trade them all. Just trying to give some lessons. Let's go down on high relative volume. It's got to be banks, right? Relative. Well, here, FRC, DocuSign. What a range of DocuSign. What happened here? This stock acted very well until last earnings, too. I think it surprised everybody, this DocuSign. Once again, it did have a big opening range, 55 to 52. You know, it held the bottom here. If you want to try Schnitzel, 52.30. It's a no play for me. It's more emblematic of people just getting out of it, dumping it, and rotating else and moving on. Maybe it'll make a move like a day later or a day or two. But for me, it's on the screen. I'm watching it. But next, banks. What's moving up now? Let's be honest. We're interested in moving. PBF Energy. Refiners, coach. Look at PBF. It's a takeover. PBF, they can't knock this down, coach. They can't knock it down, PBF yet. Valero, same thing. PBF looks better. MPC. It's MPC. Ooh. Lots breaking high now. Market's going positive. JP Morgan rip. FRC is 90. Could have been someone. My last sells where? 81. All right. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I'm not an economist. All right, let's leave it with the wise guys are doing, because I know what coach is going to want to know that, and I'm going to want to know it. And that's why coach makes me a better trader, because he's going to ask me. Okay, PBF bullish. Flying into PBF calls, coach. They are. Not going to lie. AFRM bearish, back bullish. That's probably to cover some shorts, put calls. Getting up there. It's still bearish. Credit. You want to get it to get up more. It's not bad. That's a little bit more bullish. Gold bullish to where, coach? January. Days you won. Coach, you there. They're banging out some January ones. The 20 calls. All right. Schwab. Not interested. That's all Schwab baloney. Gold, GLD bullish. They're going out to March. GLD. All right. Oh, FRC. Can't look. GOLD. What are we looking at here? The old barrack. Okay. Here's what I see when we're looking at the old barrack. You know, I get it. Yeah. Hey, you. Today's the day of pops. You bastard. That was a wasted trade. That was more of a gamble. All right, so bulls finding a few spots outside of the fins. Spreads have settled in. Short-term sentiment on the squeeze signal, as was noted. Credit helping a little bit. Anything sexy? What is this? APO. That one's a dog. That one's hurt today. Somebody told me about that too. APO. Here it is. APO. 71 to 62. Good trade. If I'm going to be in something, it's not going to be a 60. It's going to be sexier than that. You know what I mean? If I'm going to risk manage, it's going to be in something more aggressive. Amazon, they were the calls, Lewis. Amazon and Tesla, Nova. Anything else? As I'm going to sign off here, because there are things to do. KRE bullish. The banks. Anything here? Paul, talk to me. Tell me what type of beer you like, at least. A cocktail. Stock scanner. What's moving up now? Bank of America, Home Depot, Target, Crowd, WFC, Square. The banks are breaking high. Look at this. Wow, that was the dip du jour. The second move was the build. The futures are positive. With that, Square, giddy up. Where are the rest of our stocks? Roblox flying. Baidu, JB. All right, things are moving. SPY's positive. And what did I say? Let's just finish off with this. And we are, I mean, I'm basically long the market. I should keep talking here in this. TradeGATEHub, final post today, loading up on SPY, 387.88. Loading up. I hate that term. It's so rookie. But it's vernacular. I'm loading up on SPY 387.88. That was basically buying the market. I did buy. Where this is SPY 387.88. Oh my God, my feet. Look at that SPY. Nice call, my feet. Got to hold this gap at 391. All right, 200-day pressure. If they go above the 200 and finish it, everybody's going to be talking about it. It's a hell of a candle, but I can't think that people are going to take some profits as FRC hits 89. But we know what? I'm going to sign off. You know what I have that I don't like? You. You stinks. I have all this you. Where's my Weight Watchers? Is it above 470? Oh, it's breaking lows. The market's ripping. It's killing me. Johnny John cooling off. GE still going. CEIA did that gap down because you know what? The market's going. They don't play the low floaters anymore. So they're going to sell OCIA. They're going to sell probably Lunar. And they're going to sell some Maxim. SI positive. Coin was down 4. Disney, no bounce. Pardon. I'm long Zillow. I'm long Zillow. I bought Zillow at 38.60 or at 39.20. Where's the other ones I'm long? The ones that are killing it. UWV. BWV. I'm going to build blue water vaccines. I'm not going to lie. I'm in it. I'm a piker. All right. What else? Airlines went positive. Big deal. FRC 91. I stink. Bank of America. You know what? I still have that bank. Did it open yet? SIVB. I'm in that. All right, I'll stop chirping, guys. You know what to do. I'll be here the rest of the day. I have an appointment at 1 Eastern, and I'll be trading. All right, guys. Have a plan. Trade well. Be prepared. If you don't want to hold these stocks into the weekend, it's better than to get out of them. The VIX is getting higher. We'll make it back during the day. You know what I mean? So just like anything, always make sure what you're buying. Cheers.